One day you didn't notice me, now I'm all that you see. One day you didn't notice me, now I'm all that you see. One day you didn't notice me, now I'm all that you see. So believe you can start a future, none other than with me.
Can't live with them, can't live without them. There's something irresistible about. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Jordan A. Taylor in the spot. And today what I'm going to be talking about is relationships and commitment. And just before I start talking about that, the song that you heard is a new song by my homeboy Dex that I'm featured on, and it's called Counterpart, and it's available for you to download it right now. But let's get into the relationship advice, shall we? Alright, y'all, so what I want to talk about today is just, different types of relationships, getting into them, and what it entails. Now, first and foremost, and I'm sorry to say this, but guys, my guys out there, we're all, guilty of this, or most of us are anyway. A lot of the times, we see a girl, right, and, we'll say to our boys or whatever, oh, she look good, man. Yo, if I could just get with that, oh, yo, I'd wife her, man, everything would just be glorious. Now, that's all good and everything, but here's a problem with that. Now, when you do that, you think a girl just looks really, really good and you want her. We've all felt this. Girls, you felt this too. Where you just think a guy just looks so good, like what you would do, if you had that person, that girl, that guy, whatever. Your life would just be amazing, like everything would just be perfect. Well, here's the thing. If you're lucky enough and, you got the right game and you got the right attitude and optimism and everything, all of that, right, you might actually get that person, and it'll be great for the first little while, right? But if you were only attracted to them physically, it's going to be difficult for you to develop an emotional connection to that person. And the problem that raises is that you're only getting kind of you're only winning half of the battle, really. And, that leads to, your unhappiness, their unhappiness, whatever. So basically what I'm saying is don't commit to that, like don't get into a full-out relationship with them or an exclusive relationship with them, if that's not really what you want. If you just find them physically attractive and, you only want to act on that attraction physically, then you either A, have to not get involved with them really, right? Or, if you and that person are both okay with, only having a physical connection, right? And that's brought to the forefront, right, of your relationship, right? The way you guys relate. If that's brought to the forefront at the beginning and it's clear and it's understood, then you're fine. But bottom line is, don't commit to something if you're not willing to commit to that something. Now, I know there's probably a whole bunch of girls, watching this video right now saying,
oh yeah, that boy is so right, he knows everything.
No, I don't know everything, but I've been in this situation where, I've been really physically attracted to a girl, right? And I said, oh man, if I could only get with that girl, if I could only get with her, everything would be perfect. And I did, and I got with her. And everything was great for the first little while, but then eventually things just died down because I realized, it was the chase. And that's what it is a lot of the times. It's the chase that gets you going. It's the grind. It's the putting in the effort and doing what you need to do to get that girl or get that guy, whatever, right? And once you get them, it's not that they're any less cool, but it's not like they're out. It's not like they're that prized possession anymore, because you have them now and you don't have to fight for it. You got them. And it's not, there's no challenge anymore, if you fall into routine habits, then there's no new stuff going on, and it's just not the same. Second thing. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I have realized this the hard way, and it took me a long time. I'm talking like, it took me from the time I was in junior high and really started crushing on girls to the point until I just started college. It took me that long to figure out what I'm about to tell you. Realize the difference between being attracted to someone or finding them attractive and actually liking or, loving a person. Because there is a big, big, big difference between the two. There are tons of people, right, and I'm sure you have this as well. There's so many people who are attractive out there, right? You can always find, guys, you find a really attractive girl walking through the hallway at your school, or you see her in the mall, or you meet her up in the club, whatever, and she looks good, and she might talk a good game, blah, blah, blah. When you get to know her, they're not the same person you saw. Here, let me give you a quick example real quick. I met this girl at a concert. I met her, you know, I was with a girl at the time, right? I was kind of seeing somebody, but it was kind of going a little south, and I met this girl at a show, right? And I knew she was cute, she was good looking and everything, right? And the game she was talking, she was cool, she was funny, right? She makes YouTube videos, you know, she did parodies, everything. It was cool, right? And she was this real dope person. But what I didn't realize is that, one, I was already in something, so I can't really be getting myself into something else, because that's what's going to cause complications, for one. And two, turns out she's crazy. Like, she's, you know, not all, you know, I'm not trying to put her on blast or nothing, but you know what, it's basically, all it's saying is that, you know, just be careful what you guys get yourself into. Don't commit to someone before you really know someone, you know what I mean? Like, don't commit to something that you don't know all the details about, and especially if you're not even sure if you want to commit, you know, because if you're having troubles, you know, if you're with a girl right now and you're like, oh, yo, man, things are going south right now, man, things are going south, they're not going straight right now, right? And then you're like, but I met this one chick though, yo, she fine, and she cool, and she dope, man. Trust me when I say, if you leave someone to be with another person, they won't compare. Right? It might be great in that beginning, but over time you realize, you know what? It's like this person just is not the same as the other person. You know, they're not on the same level. There's something, right? Especially if you were with that first person for a good while. So basically, what I'm saying, don't commit to something that you're not ready to get into. Don't jump from one person to another. You know, and like obviously, some of you are gonna say,
oh well, you know, there's certain circumstances, you know, that, oh trust me, I know, I just knew when I met them, they were the one.
You know what? I really do believe that when you do find that person, you'll just, you know, you'll just know immediately. You won't even need to say it. You'll just know. It'll be intuitive, or not intuitive. It'll just be complete certainty in your mind. You won't question it. They won't question it. People around you might question it, but you don't even need to explain it. You don't need to explain, oh, you just know. You won't even need to explain that. It'll just be so utterly true that it won't need explaining. The other thing too, this goes for girls. It does. I'm a guy, so I notice it a bit more from a guy's perspective. But you know what, ladies, let me know. You know, if you have a friend, like a girlfriend, if you have one of your girlfriends who's like this, we gotta realize if you're single and you want to mingle, don't say that you want anything other than that. Because being single, wanting to mingle is fine, but don't tell someone, oh, you're all about them, they're the only one, oh, they're so great, they're so, you know, you would marry them, blah, 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 blah. Because it might be a bit different with saying that to a guy, depends on the guy or whatever, but guys, you say that to a girl, some girls will take that dead seriously, and they will hold you to that, and they will bring it up when you guys are fighting later on. So if you're single and you just want to mingle, tell people that if they start getting interested in you. Be like, oh, you know, I just want to say, you know, before this really gets into, you know, something really, really, really serious, you know, I just want to say, you know, I'm not at this point ready or willing or trying to get into a full-fledged, committed, serious relationship. I like you. You're cool. You're attractive, and you're a pretty cool person, right? But you know what? I can't get into a serious relationship right now. We can continue hanging out. That's fine. But that's pretty much where it stops. That being said, I'm not saying, you know, oh, don't do anything physical with someone who you're not in a serious relationship with, because sometimes stuff just happens, and you know, you deal with that how you deal with it. But don't get that confused with love or with a serious relationship. If you're in a serious committed relationship, right, or even if you just get out of a serious committed relationship, but that's the type of person you are, you don't like to be single, mingle, jumping from person to person, dating different people, blah, 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 blah. If that's the type of person you are, that you're a relationship person, let that be known to people. Be like, yeah, you know, yeah, sure, we can go out on a date, but just know that, like, when I go out on a date, it's so that it can lead to something bigger, something better. And just let people know that, you know, when they ask you out or when you ask them out, blah, 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 that, you know, that is what you're looking for. Or on the other side, that's not what you're looking for. You are just looking for a date. Yeah, it probably sounds like I am talking about myself a little bit, but that pretty much, you know, I am talking about myself. Like, I'll ask a girl out, and I just want to, you know, go out on a date with her, right? I'm not, me, I can't speak for all guys, because some guys are like this. I'm not a sex crazed guy. Believe it or not, I'm not. I like going out to date, going out to dinner, going out to movies, you know. If it leads to a little kissing, hugging, whatever, that's cool, that's fine, right? I'm not saying, oh yeah, baby, take me back to your place, we can bang, bang, boop, boop. Me personally, I'm not that crazed by it. That being said, you know, I like dates, you know, dinner, movie, all of that. And when I ask you out on a date, that's it. I want to go out on a date with you. I'm not trying to marry you. I'm not trying to be your boyfriend necessarily. If it leads into that, fine, that's another story, right? But that's not necessarily what I'm looking for. And, you know, I'm not necessarily just trying to have sex with you. That's not what I'm asking. And it's not reading between the lines, because a lot of guys are pretty straightforward. Some guys, yeah, they say, yo, when are we going to chill? Don't ask a girl to chill if you want to go out on a date with her. Tell her when are we going to go out, or when let's go on a date, whatever. However you have to say it, make it known. Make your intentions known. I guess that would be the main point I'm trying to make. Make your intentions known and know what your intentions are. Alright guys, so that's all I got to say. If you have any comments, questions, concern, dating video ideas, or any other video ideas, make sure you submit them to submissions2jt@gmail.com. Make sure you click on the ad below on this video, because that's how I make my money. Don't forget to check out Counterpart by Dex featuring yours truly on his Bandcamp. And yeah, final message, know what your intentions are, figure that out before you do anything. And once you know what they are, if you do get into anything, make your intentions known so that there's no issues, everything's out on the table, bing bang boom, ready to go, no problems, everything will be too glorious. Alright, anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Check me out, I'm on Twitter. That sounded like Daystorm just there. Anyway, I'm on Twitter at Jordan_A_Taylor, and I'm not going to put my Facebook in unless I make a Facebook fan page. But check me out there. Check out the second channel, Jordan Taylor Music, here on YouTube. I'm going to have new music things on there, and depending on when this video gets uploaded, hopefully by the weekend, that's either probably Saturday or Sunday, I'll have a freestyle video, which I'm probably going to freestyle about making money off of YouTube now. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoy your day, evening, night, slumber party, Halloween party. Well, that was a few days ago, but enjoy what you're doing, and yeah, happy dating. Alright, that's all I gotta say. I'm Jordan A. Taylor, and I'm out. Peace and booyakasha.
It's Jordan, here's a video, I know you feel it, yo, so here you go.